Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe it is 2017. This year I'm just so gonna focus on YouTube videos. Like, I just want to do as many videos as I can. I thought I would start off 2017 by doing a reflection video on 2016. So I've done this for the last couple of years. I basically just say like my top 10 best moments of the year, my 3 lowest points, my 3 proudest moments, and my 5 newest friends I've made. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. My first top moment was doing this show called T21, which was Tauranga YY 21, and I did this with people from my school and people from a school in Waiuku. We basically toured the show around that we made ourselves. It was a physical theatre piece about myths and legends and where we come from. So it's a lot about the Māori heritage, because like we're New Zealanders, like, of course, and things like that. And it was a very cool piece that we put together, and so we toured this around just like Auckland areas. So we went to Waiheke Island, we went to Auckland City, and then we went to Waiuku, and then we took this down to Hamilton to perform in the Hamilton Fringe Festival, which was also really awesome, and yeah, it was a really fun time. The next top moment was The Wizard of Oz. This was a school musical for this year, and I played the Wicked Witch of the West, which is definitely a dream role come true. The Wicked Witch has always been my favourite character, and although I really wanted to play Dorothy because I've never been like the headlining role, I really ended up liking the Wicked Witch and really loved it. I'm so happy I got to play it because she's such an awesome role, and I just love her characteristics and being painted green and things like that. So yeah, that was a great time. My next highest moment is my job at the zoo. I love animals. I've loved animals my entire life. When I was little, all I wanted to be was a zookeeper, and I've kind of changed because I now love performing even more, but I still have a massive passion for animals, and so I got a job working at a zoo this year. So I get to work on a farm with all these awesome animals, and we've got crocodiles, we've got lizards, we've got tarantulas, we've got monkeys, we've got birds, guinea pigs, rabbits, pigs, alpacas, goats. Like, it's so awesome. I've got a Vlogmas day where it's like called A Day in the Life of a Zookeeper. If you guys want to see more about like my zoo experience and what I do when I work in the zoo. But yeah, it's really fun, and I love that job. My next top moment is the school ball for this year. So I was on the ball committee, so I got to help like set up and like plan the entire ball, and that was really cool because I've never really planned a big event like that before. It ended up being the biggest school ball we've ever had, so we had more people than it's ever had before, and it was just such a beautiful night, and oh, it was just really awesome. The theme was Enchanted Forest, and it was beautiful, and I had such a great time. And one of my best friends, Michelle, won Ball Queen, which was super exciting because like she deserved it like 100%, and yeah, it was just an awesome night. My next top moment is my family holiday to Singapore and Malaysia. Since I was about 6 years old, I have always wanted to go to Borneo. It's the first country that I really wanted to go to, and most 6-year-olds in New Zealand don't know what Borneo is, and so basically it's like a part of Malaysia, and it's got lots of animals. Like, it's got orangutans, it's got snakes, it's got crocodiles, it's got monkeys, it's got lizards, it's got all the awesome like beautiful animals, and so I always wanted to go there, and funnily enough that's where we went this year on our family holiday. So we spent 3 weeks, a couple of days in Singapore, and then the rest of the time in Malaysia, Borneo, and it was beautiful. I've got like quite a few different like travel diary vlogs about my trip there, and honestly it was like the best time ever, and I got to see orangutans in the wild, I got to hold a snake, I got to, what else did I get to do? I got to go river cruising down rivers and see like 4-meter long crocodiles like in the wild and things like that. It was honestly like the coolest time ever, and oh, I want to go back so bad. My next top moment for the year is a play I did called And Stuff. It was my last ever high school play, and it's basically just like a group of scene, and it's kind of based around youth, like young adults, so kind of like our age now, like on the brink of adulthood, kind of finishing school, going into bigger things, and it's like a lot of small scenes that aren't really like connected at all, but they just kind of show like different parts of like your life and things that you'll experience. So there's like relationship things, there's depression, there's like, I don't know, like one of my scenes was about me and my little brother trying to get mum a date, like things like that, like things that people would go through, like real life problems and things like that, and it was just a really fun play, and yeah, so that's what we did. My next top moment is Carl, who is my boyfriend. If you guys watch my Vlogmas videos or my boyfriend tag, you would have seen him. He's in like nearly every single Vlogmas video. But yeah, so Carl's my first proper boyfriend, and honestly like he's like made this year go from like here to like here. He's such an awesome person, and I really love spending time with him. Like, no one has ever made me as happy as he has before, so I just really love, like, I don't know, he's just such a cool person, and I'm so lucky, and Yeah, so it'll be our 4-month anniversary on Christmas Day, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, that's a big highlight. My next highlight of the year is finding meditation. This is kind of a strange highlight of the year, but basically it's pretty life-changing. I was in like a massive slump. I didn't have any motivation to do anything. I was just really upset and really sad for a few days, and I just like slept throughout the entire day just to sleep the days away. Like, it was just really bad. And then my auntie taught me how to meditate, and I love it, and it just changed my whole perspective on things. It made me be able to like completely release any negative energy and just have positive vibes and things like that. And I know it sounds like cliche and cheesy, but it's actually such an amazing like way to clear your mind and make yourself feel better, so I highly recommend trying it if you haven't. But yeah, that was a really cool thing. My next highlight of the year is doing acting classes with my dad. We did this in 2015. We did one class together, and then now we did another acting like 8 classes kind of thing together. We missed a few classes unfortunately, but we still got to act together, and it's the coolest thing to be able to share a passion and a hobby of mine with my dad, and I just think it's awesome. Like, I'm just so blessed to be able to share that with my dad. And my last top moment is finishing school. I really liked school. I really loved the school I was at. It was a really great change for me because I moved to schools in year 10, and I'm just really glad I moved to schools, and I just made all these amazing new friends, and I had great time at school. So it was sad that it's over, but I also am really happy that I've made it. Like, I've made it to finish school. I'm now an adult. I'm now out in the world. I can do my own thing, and yeah, so that's just like a really big milestone, and I'm just really happy that I've achieved that. Okay, now moving on to 3 lowest moments. I say this every year, but the reason I put in 3 lowest moments is because when you do a reflection on the year, you don't just need to look at the good. Like, there's always going to be some bad things that happen, and that's just part of life, so I like to also reflect on those, and they're not necessarily bad things. They could just be something that's really sad. So yeah, this first thing happened in March, and that's when my granddad passed away. My granddad lived in Rotorua, which is like a 3-4 hour drive from Auckland, so I never saw him as often, but when I did, we'd always go through the bush, and he's one of the main influences in my love for the animals and nature and things like that. And so he was a forest ranger, and he knew every single path in the red bush in Rotorua by heart, and he'd make his own paths, and it was just like crazy how much he loved going for walks. He'd go for like big 4 or 5 hour walks every single day with his dog Bailey, and it was the coolest thing ever, and I miss him a lot, and it was a really sad time, especially for my dad. But yeah, so that's my first lowest moment. My second lowest moment is struggling with mental illness. I don't talk about this too much. I'll probably do a whole video on it sometime throughout the year, because I feel like I'm strong enough to now talk about it. But basically, I've had lots of slumps this year, and lots of times that I was really unmotivated, to the point where I'm not going to uni next year because my plan was to move to Australia to go to uni, but I just don't feel safe going over there by myself, so I'm having a year off. And so yeah, I'll do a big talk about it later on, but yeah, so that's been one. And going along with this, I also spent quite a bit of time in hospital this year because I had these really bad headaches, and I didn't know what caused them. I had to get all these scans done to make sure I didn't have a brain tumour. It was really scary because I was kind of kept in the dark. Like, I didn't get all the information that I should have from like the doctors and things like that, so I got quite scared. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, yeah, so I was in hospital like twice, like the night before my last day of school, and then in like the holidays I was in hospital for a bit, and it was quite scary, but I'm all good now. And then my next lowest moment is losing Frenchie, my rabbit. I have had rabbits. I had Frenchie since I was 11. I got her for my 11th birthday, and I love her so much. I had 2 rabbits. Buttons passed away in 2015, and Frenchie passed away in, I want to say like September, October-ish. And that was really hard seeing her pass away because she's such a beautiful rabbit, and she's so lovely, and so, she's so gorgeous. I love her so much. So it was definitely really hard seeing her pass. So now on to my 3 proudest moments. My first proudest moment is getting deputy head girl. So basically it's like, at my school we have a head girl and a head boy, then we have the deputy head girl and the deputy head boy. So I was deputy head girl this year, and that was such an awesome experience. I got to really like work with the school and interact with younger students and do all these really cool jobs which I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise, and I just really enjoyed being deputy. I thought it was such an awesome like opportunity for me, and I got to, you know, like plan out all these things and work on all these events and things that I was really passionate about, like the ball and things like that, which I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So yeah, I just feel really blessed, and I'm so it's just been such an awesome year because of that. My next proudest moment is my dance exam result. I just finished the jazz syllabus. I ended up getting high honours, which is the second highest marks. That's 90 to 95%, and that made me really happy because I was really nervous about like getting a really low mark, especially for my final year of jazz, and I was going to pull out of this exam, but ended up being worthwhile. So yeah, that was really exciting. And my last proudest moment is my graduation. I won 2 cups at graduation this year, and I've never won anything at graduation before, and so I won a cup for Deputy Head Girl, which I didn't even know we got a cup, but we got a cup, which was really cool. And I also won the Service to Drama Cup, which is given out to the year 13, which is your last year of school, the person that has served and dedicated their most time to drama and drama things, and so there was a real honour to win that cup. So now onto 5 new friends I made. 4 out of the 5 new friends I've made I've actually known previously, I just haven't known on the level that I know them now. So yeah, so the first new friend is Carl, who's my boyfriend. I've known him for a few years because ever since I moved to school I've just known him, but I never really talked to him. I didn't really know him around. Like, he was in my maths class in 2015, didn't really talk to him much then or anything, but this year we just got to know each other quite well, and now he's my boyfriend and he's one of the coolest people I've ever met. And so yeah, that's like the first new friend, even though he's a boyfriend, not just a friend, but yeah, anyways. The next new friend is my friend Michelle. She was in my English class in 2015 and we kind of talked, but like not really, and this year she became one of my best friends. I love her so much. She's just such a lovely person and she's so funny, and I just love spending time with her. Like, she's one of my friends that are actually staying in Auckland next year. Most of them are moving away, so it means that we're going to hang out a lot of times next year, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, she's honestly so amazing and I'm so glad I've become closer with her. My next new friend I've known since primary school, and that is Scarly. However, we were always like acquaintances. We were never really like that close or anything like that. We'd like say hi to each other in the corridor or something, but like that was it. But this year we became super close because we both did the T21 show that I mentioned earlier together, and we just became super close, and she's one of my best friends and I just love spending time with her. She's so crazy. We are so similar, like we're into all the same sort of things, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. And yes, I love Scarly. The next new friend I made, I also had known from primary school, and he was one of my best friends in primary school. His name is Zach, and I went to his school ball with him. How I got to go to his school ball with him was actually a complete like coincidence, because basically Michelle, who I mentioned before, she was going with a friend and she wanted to go with someone else that she knew, so she asked if I could get a date, and I didn't know anyone that didn't have a date, so she's like, okay, I'll get someone to set you up with someone, and I got set up with Zach, who I'd known since primary school, and I haven't talked to him since I was like 11 or 10, and yeah, so that was crazy. So we went to the ball together, and it was pretty cool to become friends with him again, and like he really hadn't changed much since primary school, so yeah, that was pretty cool. And then the last new friend I made I actually did not know previously, and that is Stacey. She's one of my work colleagues. She's so awesome. I like think of her as my older sister more than a work colleague, because I don't know, we always gossip together, we always talk, like we text all the time. Like, she's just such an awesome person, and yeah, so we're very similar because she's a zookeeper and she loves working with animals, and so do I, and she's just so kind, and she gives me all these amazing opportunities when I'm working, and I don't know, she's just such an awesome friend, and I'm so happy I got a friend like her. So yeah, that is basically my reflection on 2016. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you had a great 2016 and all the best for 2017. It's crazy that it's already 2017. Like, what? I'm gonna be 19 this year. Like, that shouldn't be legal. I'm gonna be 20 next year, but that's not cool. That's actually kind of scary. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great year and had a great 2016. Smell, be safe, and stay beautiful, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Adios.